Dude. What? I think we're brothers from another mother, man. I think we're brothers from another dimension, bro. What, dude? Have you been getting high again? No. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, I have, alright? But think about it. We're both really good swordsmen. We're both kind of whiny. We both got our right hand cut off, man. Okay. Think about it. We've both kissed our own sisters, man. You know, you may be onto something. I know, I'm freaking out. Picked up my old man Luke today. Put him right next to my old Han and my old Leia now. I finally saw her in the store too. She's actually kind of cool. I almost picked her up. I'm guessing it's a female robot because it looks to have kind of like little robot boobs. But still thinking about it because I still can't even remember what scene she was in the movie. But the pop looks cool. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say about this is that I think the sculpt is really great. Like, his hair looks amazing. His little robe is perfect. His little hand looks really good. Everything is sculpted perfectly for this figure. Where it lets me down, I think, is the paint job. This was the best one they had there, but this metallic paint, it's kind of hard to tell right here, but on his actual flesh and blood hand, there's a bit of that metallic paint that sprays over, and that was like that on every single one that I saw. They had about 4 there, and I actually went to a different store, and they had about 4 there too, and they were all like that. And they all had this little space on the beard. Like, sometimes I don't understand how Funko can get such little tiny details just right with the paint. But on their beards and mustache, I don't know why they always have this little line here. Like the Captain Boomerang had it. The Unmasked Tony Stark had it. I've seen it on a couple other bearded and mustachioed pops. Not sure what the deal is with that. Like, I wish I understood more about toy making where I understand why the paint's like that on the beards. But I guess small thing because I still really like this pop. And I also, something I didn't like about the Aquaman from the Batman and Superman movie was the way they did the highlights on his beard. And it seems like they used the same technique for this one. Like, it's all brown, the hair, you know, and they did a pretty good job painting that. But then the way they did these gray, like, highlights on it, or I guess it's supposed to be graying, but the way they did it almost looks random. I mean, I know it's not because it's, you know, here and here, but it's just, I don't know. I think it would have just looked better if they just would have done all the hair kind of like gray instead of this brown with these gray, like, I mean, it literally looks like they held the guy here, got a kind of spray paint and went and just did that. Like, it looks awful to me. And they did a little bit here. I mean, I understand he's supposed to be graying, maybe not all the way gray, but I don't like this technique of theirs that they're doing with that. Like, I thought it made the Aquaman look bad, and I think it doesn't look stellar on this either. I mean, I wouldn't know how they could convey that, like, in a realistic way. Like, if they would have painted the hair all brown like this and then just done little lines of gray, that probably doesn't look good. I'm sure they've thought about it a million times. This is the best solution. But I think maybe this would have looked better if they just would have painted all the hair this gray. But I like the little lines on his face. It really does look like Luke at the end of the movie. I mean, overall, I still like the pop. I just wish some of the paint application would have been better. I wasn't initially going to get this Poe Dameron, but after seeing him in person with this jacket and this blaster, it's like what he's wearing when you first see him in the movie, and he's an instantly likable character, and I have the one with him with the helmet on, so, and he's got a completely different outfit. He's got the flight suit on and the helmet, so he's completely different looking than this one, so to me it justifies buying 2 of these Poes. Yeah, I'm glad I got this guy. He looks great. They got the 5 o'clock shadow on him, and look at this hair sculpt. They totally got Oscar Isaac's hair just right. I mean, it totally looks like him. I mean, totally. Look at that. Really good. And yeah, like I said earlier, I really like his jacket. You know, he's wearing it before he gives it to Finn, or how Finn ends up with it. But that's what he's wearing at first. He's got his blaster. He's got his leather boots on. The sculpting on the pants is really good. I like all these little wrinkles and stuff they add on there because they could easily just make that smooth, you know. But yeah, look how good all the paint applications are on his jacket. They're perfect. That's why it shocks me sometimes when they can't do the beard, which is right on the head. But yeah, look at jacket looks great. Something to be aware of though is I had to look through quite a few of these. It seemed like they had like 20 at Hot Topic, but some of them had the 5 o'clock shadow was a little crooked, like on a lot of them. So I mean, it's like the line's just noticeably crooked until, you know, I looked through a bunch of them, like maybe through 10 of them until I found one where the line was straight. So be aware of that, you know, because that might bug you a little bit if you're kind of a perfectionist with that kind of stuff. And also, it's kind of weird how he's holding his blaster. I mean, you'd think his hand should be right here, because if he accidentally pulls that trigger, somebody bumps into him, he blasts his whole hand off. I mean, oh, I guess that's the tip right there. But it looks like a blade or something, but still, I still think he should be holding it here. They could have made the blaster maybe just a little bit longer. Small thing, though. This Luke is a common, so he shouldn't be tough to find. And there is a shit ton of Poe Damerons at the Hot Topic that I went to, so I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of them everywhere. And they'll probably put him on the website too, so he'll be easy to find. Are you Luke Skywalker? Hello? What the hell?